Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, internet world. Welcome to Auto Merch Talk. It's a podcast we put together to talk about automotive stuff. We work for a company named Car Data. We take pictures and videos of cars at dealerships. So if you're looking for a photographer on your lot to do your cars, Car Data is your company to call. Today, as usual, guys, we have some updates for you on different topics. And I have here with me today Edwin Gomez. And we're going to start off for you guys. So what's new, Edwin?
Same stuff, different day. Watching all these, everything that's going out there in the automotive world. A lot of news.
Right, a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Well, the same stuff kind of that's been happening.
Right, repeating, yeah.
Just repeating.
But some pretty cool topics we have here today to help out.
We do. Now, the worst part is we're looking on, will COVID make 2022? Is this like a sequel?
Right. If we're going to have a third year.
Because people are saying, COVID started in 2020.
Right.
And we're in 2022, so they're saying 2022, like part 2.
Right.
So a lot of people are freaking out there.
Well, because there's different variants of the disease that's happening. It's creating more problems again.
Yeah, and still the issues with the chips and
right.
the manufacturers and
plants shutting down because of COVID. So we're hoping that 2022 will be better this time around.
Should be. Better be. Because I'm pretty sure we all want to make this money.
Right.
And now, of course, we're talking about Tesla.
More about Tesla.
Why would we do a podcast and not mention Tesla once?
I know, right? Yeah, we talk about Tesla every single time.
Because they're always in the news.
Always in the news.
They're in the
true.
news every single week, and they're always doing something.
This topic is how Tesla weathered the global supply chain issue that knocked rivals. I mean, it's how they stay number one during COVID when all this stuff happened. Everybody was scrambling to get chips, and Tesla was here making cars.
Because they have the in-house, they design a lot of the components in-house.
Right.
And even the chips, they've got a bunch of chips and they kind of like just stashed them. And they've been, actually I saw that they were delivering vehicles. They would like leave out a USB port or something like that.
Right. I read that.
That way, they're not using as many chips. So they just kind of found the workarounds on it where
they pivoted, I guess.
Yep. And then for those people, I mean, if I'm going to buy it and you tell me, hey, it's going to be missing the USB and we'll get it to you in X amount of months,
right.
I don't think that'd be.
But also they were saying that Tesla, when the COVID happened and certain factories shut down, certain manufacturers stopped ordering chips while Tesla did not.
While Tesla continued,
Tesla said, no, I'm not changing my orders. Keep them coming.
But they did know that they were going to do this deal with Hertz. I'm thinking that's what it was.
Doing it in advance.
Yeah, so they thought about it in advance. They were like, okay, we got this thing going on. We didn't know about it.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure that's why they were
sense.
able to deliver all those cars to Hertz.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they thought way ahead of the time. And again, like I said, even if they had the chips or whatever that weren't compatible to them,
right.
Since they have so many things done in-house, they're able to code and they're able to change it up to what they need.
Right. That's true.
Tesla's just a big computer on wheels.
That's what it is.
Radio-powered computer on wheels.
Yep.
What else we got?
In other news, BMW wants to let you change the color of your car with a touch of a button.
That's going to be pretty cool.
I wonder how that's going to look and how expensive it's going to be.
So, what I was reading is it's actually a wrap.
Okay.
So they're going to wrap the car.
It's a special film.
Yeah, obviously, it's a special wrap, yes.
Right.
And so far, this is only going to go from dark to white. Black and white.
Okay.
Or black and white. I even read kaleidoscope.
Okay, what's that?
So I guess when the colors, everything that's kind of trippy and
gotcha.
stuff. But as far as I can see of what I read, it sounds like it's only black and white for now.
Okay.
And
Still.
this is something they're thinking of. It's not like in a production plan or nothing.
Right.
It's just something they're thinking of. But it is pretty cool. You'll wrap your car, you have some sort of software, and then you'll be able to switch colors.
That's pretty cool. Well, they said the reason for that is like during hot days you can turn your car to white, and during cold times you can
and
turn
it
your car to
actually
dark.
helps the way the cars run.
Right.
It can do things.
There's some science behind it, guys.
Yeah, they're actually it's not just to look cool.
Right.
That's probably why they did it black and white for now.
Right. That'd be pretty cool when I see it. If they ever come out with it. It's called the e-ink.
E-Ink, yep. And that's just coming out for thermal regulation and efficiency in the vehicle.
Right.
So that's a pretty good thing. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, me neither. I think it'd be pretty cool.
That would be. Imagine you could change it. Put a thing on it. Driving your car, car data logo on the side of your car.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
We're not far from that, though.
We're not. We're getting there. We're getting there.
BMW also retains U.S. crown for the third straight year in luxury brands. That's pretty good. They sold 336,644 sedans and crossovers in the U.S.
They beat Tesla, but barely.
Barely.
Yep, barely.
But still, they're doing all right. That's good to see.
They are doing very well, yeah, because there's other brands that are not. So BMW delivered 336,000 vehicles,
Right.
Sedans and crossovers last year. That's about a 21% surge from last year. So that's
huge.
Yeah, that is huge. But again, it's because of the crossovers and because of fuel being so expensive. People
compared to Lexus. Lexus delivered 305,000 vehicles, and it outsold Mercedes-Benz by 28,000 vehicles.
Oh wow,
pretty cool.
But Mercedes-Benz didn't do too well with the chips.
No, they didn't. They actually suffered from the chip shortage.
They only delivered 276,000 vehicles.
Right. Still a lot of vehicles.
And it's still a gain from last year, by the way.
Right.
Even though they're low,
Very
it
low.
was still a little bit more than what they did last year. Audi number 5.
With 196,000 vehicles.
Alfa Romeo, Cadillac, Infiniti, Jaguar, Lincoln, all down.
All down. Wow.
Infiniti sales went down 26%.
Wow.
That's bad.
Infiniti's a pretty good brand too.
It is. It is. But again, because of all the fuel issues and all these things, people are just looking at other vehicles and Infiniti's not there yet. They are not there yet. Now, this next topic is something that is actually pretty interesting to me, I think. General Motors is making this Ultra Cruise Driver Assist technology.
Okay.
But it's literally going to be like hands-free, door-to-door type thing.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
And it says it covers a large amount of miles, right?
That I wasn't able to actually read up on. I was reading more about the...
it enables hands-free driving 95% of driving scenarios and will cover 2 million miles of road at launch time.
Wow.
2 million miles, that's a lot.
It is.
That's pretty cool, man. It's called the Ultra Cruise.
That's going to be available at the end
2023.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be debuting on the on the Cadillac. I can't even say that word. Sorry, guys. Celstiq.
Celstiq?
I don't know. It's a new Cadillac Celstiq electric sedan.
Celestiq.
There you go. Sorry, guys.
Celestiq.
Sorry. The technology will help the Ultra Cruise enable hands-free. You already said that 95% of driving scenarios. That's actually.
They have something called the Super Cruise, not to be mistaken with the Ultra Cruise. The Super Cruise is designed for highway driving, and it covers 200 miles in the U.S. and Canada. That's only for highways. It's called the Super Cruise.
Okay, and that does automatic lane change and things like
all that stuff.
Okay,
which is still pretty neat.
Okay, and GM plans to launch the Super Cruise on at least 22 models across its lineup.
Right.
That's big because that's a lot of vehicles. Huge. Yeah, that's a lot of vehicles.
It's a good safety feature too, I think.
Yeah.
To have that in your car.
And not only that, when you have all these things, they can do over-the-air updates.
Right.
You know, for some of these things, you don't even have to go to the dealer.
Wow, Tesla's got competition.
Yeah, they're gonna have some serious competition coming up soon.
Wow.
I can't wait to see what that's gonna look like for GM.
This is the interesting one. This is the one that I like.
It is, yes, and that's what I thought it was.
This topic right here.
Also about GM.
Right. GM challenges Carvana with CarBravo, online used car marketplace. CarBravo. It sounded like a Hispanic supermarket, doesn't it?
It does.
Bravo supermarket.
Hola y welcome to CarBravo.
I like that. So yeah, they're coming out with CarBravo. It's the same thing as Carvana. They'll be selling cars online, competing with Carvana and CarMax.
But they'll have vehicles owned by Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealers. Everything that falls under GM. What the advantage that they have is they're gonna be able to grab all of their lease returns, all of their trade-ins from all of their dealers,
and all these different brands.
To run this program. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big.
Finally, some competition.
Yeah, he said. GM said CarBravo should be launching to consumers this spring. So let's say maybe about April, May.
Okay. About 40 million cars are sold annually in the United States. 40 million. That's a lot of cars.
Even with the pandemic.
Right.
Even with the pandemic, it's slowing a lot of stuff down, but
not car sales.
Not in car sales. And let me let you guys know, we at Car Data have been very busy.
So we've been very busy.
Yes, we've been busy. We're still picking up dealers. We still have startups going. I'm still doing tech support when I'm done doing this over here.
Right.
You're still doing your thing.
Right.
So we have been busy. I feel like we've become busier during all of this COVID stuff.
That's good.
At least I feel like it.
That's good though.
It is. Now, on the topic with Carvana, and speaking about GM, Carvana here in the state of Florida is actually having issues. They've actually there's a federal and a state lawsuit because customers are having issues with their titles, whatever the paperwork is in.
Right. They're not receiving the titles.
They're not receiving, and they are, but they're not receiving it within the 30 days.
Right.
Mandated by law.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know exactly why this is happening, but I guess I could figure it. They selling and buying cars so quickly. Sometimes paperwork, COVID, the shortages or whatever. But Carvana is actually in a lot of trouble in Florida with that, and is actually in other states. They have similar complaints over titles, registrations, and tags from customers in California, Texas, Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and now Florida.
Wow. Yeah. Who would think that people will get so upset about just the title? I guess.
Well, but it's not that, because it's mandated by the law that you get your title and your registration within 30 days. So let's say if I buy a car and now 30 days is up, I could get pulled over because my tag, because my this, because my that.
From a title?
Okay, registration.
Oh, registration. You're right.
Registration.
You're right.
And then, so you see, it makes it kind of. I don't think the title, unless you're gonna.
Yeah, the title.
You're trying to sell it.
Right.
I don't think the title, but
the registration.
The registration and the tag, and like these are issues.
Longer than a month?
Yeah, they've been having issues. It's not only the title; it's the title, the registration, the tag, everything that's entitled, and if you go 30 days without it,
right?
I mean, it can cause an issue. And what if I get pulled over? I explain it to the cop. He might let me go. He might not.
Might give you a ticket.
Might give you a ticket.
Right.
You give me a ticket, now that's one extra thing I got because you couldn't do your paperwork on time.
Right.
So yeah, that's going to be something to keep an eye on for
so
Carvana.
There's definitely a lawsuit against Carvana.
There is definitely a lawsuit on Carvana.
You said on federal and state level?
Federal and state, yep. Federal lawsuit, yep.
Wow. Is there any fines to them?
The fines, they've gotten a bunch of small little fines, but they add up to like $6,000.
You say 6,000?
6,000.
Oh wow!
So for them, that's like a drop in the bucket. So that's probably why they have so many issues, because they don't care.
That's less than a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, they sell a couple of cars and they make up
good.
that fine, and then those couple of cars don't get their titles.
Right. So, folks, there you have it. Today was pretty short. We gave you guys some quick topics that I thought were pretty interesting. If you guys like what you see and like what you hear, please like and subscribe. Other than that, we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, guys.